Welcome back to the April edition of the Library Roadshow. We love finding out about new literary talent, and when there's a Louisiana twist, we're even happier. Joining me now is Cory MacLauchlin, whose work touches on a modern Louisiana classic. He'll be in town soon for the premiere of the film screening for The Omega Point. First, Cory, how long have you been writing?
I'd say I began writing in high school, but at that point it was mostly writing songs. However, I was interested in telling stories. And then in college, I became captivated by the classics as I was an English major and doing a lot of writing literary criticism. And I would say that throughout that time period, I was interested in writing fiction as well. But teaching literature, now at the college level, we deal a lot with biographies, and so that is probably what most captivated me in telling people's stories.
Cory, tell me about Butterfly and the Typewriter and The Omega Point.
Well, the interesting thing about Butterfly and the Typewriter and the documentary, The Omega Point, is that these two projects really grew in tandem. Joe Sanford of Pelican Pictures, who was the director and producer of The Omega Point, asked me to do an interview in 2009, and I was just beginning my book. At that point, I didn't even have an agent or a book deal. But we immediately connected, and we both felt that John Kennedy Toole's life story and the story of his novel had not really been given the treatment that it deserved. And so we wanted to tell the story of Toole honestly and compassionately. And throughout the process, as Joe was putting together the film and I was working on the book, we would have long conversations. Sometimes they would last hours, and we would contemplate, how to put this story together with sensitivity, but deciphering also what could we say, where could we decipher fact from fiction or speculation. And the medium of the two stories, I think, film, I'd say, influenced the way I constructed Butterfly. And then the information that I found, I openly shared with Joe, and that provided him with some really strong content to shape the film.
How has learning about John Kennedy Toole changed you as a writer?
I would say that learning about John Kennedy Toole has changed me in the way that it made me much more sensitive to the creative process, the challenges that an author faces in finding publication. But it has also made me reflect on the way in which we find and resolve, what is our national literature? What are the most important things that we look for in stories? And sometimes editors can be good stewards of developing our national canon, and sometimes they are not. But whatever the case, writers do not, most of the time often do not, work in bubbles, and it is really a collaboration between writer, editor, and reader at some level to determine what's the most important stories for us to keep returning to develop our national literature.
When will you be visiting the main library?
I hope folks in Baton Rouge will come out to the main library to hear more about John Kennedy Toole and his remarkable novel, A Confederacy of Dunces. On June 6th at 6 p.m., I will be there to talk about this author and how his work eventually came to be known by the entire world.
How do people find out more about your work?
You can visit my website at www.corymaclaughlin.com. I'll spell that for you, www.corymaclaughlin.com. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
All right, Cory, such a fascinating topic. And thanks for joining us on the Library Roadshow.
Hello out there in TV land. Today we have a craft for you that will get you hopping. Easter Bunny tree holders. Let's hop to it. For this craft, you will need a plastic or a paper cup, white and pink construction paper. You can use the pink pom-pom or some foam core from your local craft store, a white pipe cleaner, googly eyes, glue, and or tape. First things first, you need to cut out some cute little ears for your bunny. Using the white construction paper, cut out 2 bunny ears. You did that so quickly.
I know.
Next, Take the pink paper and cut out two of the same shapes, only a little bit smaller. You're then gonna take your glue and glue the pink shape on top of your white shape. That's gonna make your cute little bunny ears. Now you're ready to assemble your bunny. Get your cup and glue or tape the ears at the top. Be careful if your cup has a little ridge over it. You might need more tape. Next thing, you're gonna get those googly eyes and paste them on. After that, you're going to cut your pipe cleaner into 4 small pieces. You can cut it in half and then cut it in half again. These are gonna make your whiskers for your bunny. You're gonna glue or tape them on one side, and then you're gonna take the other 2 and glue and tape them on the other side. Last but not least, you're gonna glue your pink pom-pom right on top, and there you have it, a luscious, beautiful bunny treat holder. You can use it to collect some of your Easter treats or fill a few with some treats and spread some Easter cheer.
Yum, yum.
And this craft ends happily ever after.
Thanks for sharing, ladies. I'm always ready for some fresh bunny treats. The Library Roadshow will be back in a moment. And coming up after the break, a spotlight of just a few of the events on the library community calendar, and then page turners. Stay right there. You're watching the Library Roadshow.